Yes, Glenn. JC, thank you. Now at 6, the defense rests. The Brian Walsh trial now enters a new phase, but not before a surprise from Walsh himself.
What is your decision?
I will not testify.
How this decision could impact closing arguments. Plus,
how persuasive is he?
He's very persuasive. He really knows how to talk the talk.
The owner of a paving business who went to prison for scamming customers is back behind bars, but victims say he had been fooling new customers before he got caught. What new video from the NBC 10 investigators is revealing tonight.
It's cold right now. Feels like temperatures in Boston at 15 degrees. Cold for tonight. Cold enough this weekend for a little snow, which we'll talk about in your first alert forecast. NBC 10 Boston News at 6 starts right now.
That's when I came across your news report, and I was like, oh my God, I think we're being scammed.
our top story tonight, new developments in our award-winning To Catch a Contractor investigative series. The owner of a paving business who went to prison in the wake of our reporting is back behind bars tonight. He's now facing a long list of new criminal charges. Good Thursday night. Thanks for being with us. I'm Priscilla Casper.
And I'm Colton Bradford. NBC 10 investigator Ryan Kath first exposed his pattern of stealing from customers several years ago and has details on new allegations tonight. He starts us off, Ryan.
Colton, in October, I was standing right here telling you Bill Pusateri was back at it, and there was a warrant out for his arrest. Even while he was on the lam, police reports show that did not stop the paver from financially steamrolling more homeowners around the Boston area. The same day Bill Pusateri was knocking on this door in Watertown, we were on TV telling you that he was a wanted man. No more collecting customer deposits for paving jobs. It seems the contractor did not get that message.
I'm working on 4 of your neighbors' houses right now.
This ring video the NBC 10 investigators obtained, proof the judge's instructions fell on deaf ears.
How persuasive is he?
He's very persuasive. Yeah, he's very persuasive. He really knows how to talk the talk.
The homeowner, who didn't want to be identified, told me repaving the driveway wasn't at the top of his priority list. But Pusateri seemed to know what he was talking about.
I want to remove that to make a nice, smooth, flush transition coming in.
And the price was right.
Since he was already doing work here, he would give us a good deal.
So he gave the paver a deposit to start the project. But before long, Pusateri was back for another payment.
Morning, how you doing, my friend? You going to work at 8 o'clock?
But when he asked for money a third time and the work still hadn't started, the homeowner grew suspicious.
And that's when I started Googling, and that's when I came across your news report.
What was going through your mind?
I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, I've been scammed.
Our investigation in 2022 exposed how Pusateri stole from homeowners all over the Boston area, from single parents to the elderly, public servants, and a man with special needs.
I think he definitely preyed on us.
I understand that.
Victims fumed when Judge James Boudreau sentenced Pusateri to only 2 years in prison, considering he'd already been convicted of a similar scheme a decade earlier.
What's your emotion right now?
Pissed. I'm really pissed.
Court records show Pusateri picked up right where he left off after his release. We found new criminal cases in Foxborough, Sharon, and Natick.
He said all this needed to be taken out.
That's where we connected with Marlene Whitney in October.
I think it's disgusting. He didn't learn his lesson.
With warrants piling up, police in Sharon recently arrested Pusateri at a motel.
He has a 27-page Massachusetts Board of Probation record.
The criminal contractor now adding more pages to that record and likely paving a road back to prison.
What's the lesson learned on your end?
Not to be so trusting. It's not easy. $4,000 goes a long way. He needs to pay for his crimes in one way or another.
Yeah.
So Pusateri is now being held and will be appearing in Superior Court in the coming weeks to answer for all those violations of his probation. It's clear he was extremely active in a short period of time. Colton, get this, while investigating, I came across a police report from one of my neighbors, a house I walk by every single morning with the dog.
You never know where you're going to get sources like this from, Ryan. But listen, I feel like the common thread in a lot of these stories, which are very important to these people, to these communities that you speak with, is that they always wish that they had spotted the red flags before they hand over money. I have to imagine that was the case with this one.
For sure. The one thing we've heard time and time again from police is that it's usually a sign of a scam if someone shows up at your house unsolicited and tells you they just happen to be working in the neighborhood. They might have some extra material or something like that. And of course, as you saw in this case, never a bad idea to do the Google search on the front end, because you never know when you're going to see one of our headlines pop up. That might save you some money.
Yeah, maybe start there. All right, Ryan, as always, thank you. Important work that you're doing for us. With that, let's head outside because we've got a cold night ahead. Now that the sun's down as well, temperatures are really starting to drop out there.
Yeah, the frigid feel will be sticking around long enough. You'll feel it when you head out the door tomorrow morning. Meteorologist Dennis Brown in for Pete tonight. What can we expect?
Cold weather for tonight, even through tomorrow morning, and some windy conditions as well. Check out the temperature right now in Boston at 28 degrees. Feels like it's 15. We have a west wind at 18 miles an hour with higher gust. It feels like it's 5 right now in Worcester, 16 in Marshfield, 12 degrees in Lawrence, about 14 in Norwood. And then you look at these winds here, you'll notice why it feels so cold. About 41 miles an hour, the gust in Worcester. Fitchburg, 40 miles an hour, 32 miles an hour in Boston. How about 22 miles an hour in Barnstable? It is windy out there, and those winds will stick around for much of tonight into part of the day tomorrow. I look, it feels like temperatures by 11 o'clock tonight at 12 degrees. Will feel like 9 degrees overnight at 2 o'clock. Now, you've probably heard a little bit about the potential for some snow this weekend. Well, let me show you this model here. As we go from Friday into our Sunday here, increasing clouds Saturday, but the potential for some of us to see maybe a little snow. It's going to be cold enough for it for parts of the area. We'll talk more about this potential for it in your first alert forecast coming up.
Dennis, thank you. We'll see you again in just a bit. An elementary school in Medford is starting the weekend early, but not for a reason that anyone would want. A suspected outbreak of neurovirus has canceled classes again tomorrow. That is 2 days in a row. Students and staff at Roberts Elementary School have been told to stay home. This after more than 130 absences were reported on Wednesday alone. School officials say the building has been deemed safe and clean by the Board of Health, but district leaders believe too many students and staff are still too sick and they can't attend. Now, in a statement, the district superintendent said in part, quote, "This is not related to any school or kitchen equipment, and that all other schools in the district will have school tomorrow, Friday, December 12th.
The fate of Brian Walsh will go to the jury tomorrow. His defense team rested their case today without putting anyone on the stand, including Brian Walsh.
Yeah, Walsh waived his right to testify this morning, which was a shock to many who have been following this case, who expected the accused killer to give his testimony. So the move is leaving so many questions in this case unanswered.
Certainly is. Our NBC 10's Robert Goulston was in the courtroom today. He's joining us live in Dedham for us tonight with more developments and, most importantly, what comes next, Robert?
Priscilla and Colton, it was quite the pivot in court today. Brian Walsh, as we all know, was expected to take the stand and share what he says happened to his wife. Instead, inside court this morning, all we heard was the defense rests.
Have you made a decision about whether you wish to testify at this trial?
Yes, I have.
This is the only testimony we heard from Brian Walsh during his murder trial.
What is your decision?
I will not testify.
Walsh was expected to take the stand to explain how he found his wife dead in their bed.
You'll hear evidence that now he is panicking and he doesn't understand what has happened and what is happening.
He may have considered overnight that it's just not worth the risks.
The defense instead rested without offering any evidence to the jury. NBC 10 legal analyst Michael Coyne says this happens a lot.
What does it say to the jury when the defense doesn't put anybody up?
It shouldn't say anything, and the court will instruct them on that the defendant doesn't have to do anything, that the burden of proof is on the government.
The defense is trying to make the case Anna died from a condition called sudden unexpected death.
The problem is there really is no other evidence to support it. So while the defendant ultimately may be allowed to argue it, the Commonwealth is going to say that that's just pure nonsense.
Both sides contend neither has proved a manner of death.
No direct evidence or circumstantial evidence that there was a weapon used that caused the death of Anna Walsh.
Getting DNA off of a knife, using a dishwasher to remove DNA. One can infer that an object was used, a dangerous weapon was used to murder Anna Walsh.
Coyne explains consciousness of guilt will play a big role in the jury room.
He's trying to hide his actions and conceal them, and the jury should consider that to the extent that that would support the murder conviction.
And here's what's next. The judge will finalize jury instructions by tomorrow morning, as well as the verdict slip. Right now, it's unclear if there'll be a lesser murder charge, for example, something like manslaughter, to give jurors another option. Those closing arguments will happen at some point tomorrow morning. We're live in Dedham tonight. Robert Goulston, NBC 10 Boston.
Robert, thank you. And we will bring you, the viewers, back inside Norfolk Superior tomorrow once those closing arguments get underway. We will carry that live Friday morning on NBC 10 Boston, NECN, as well as our YouTube page. And we will bring you a full recap of what happened today on Commonwealth Confidential. That's tonight at 7 right here on NBC 10 Boston.
The New England man who lost his wife and son in a midair collision over the Potomac River this past January down in D.C. is speaking out after the House has passed a defense spending bill that could relax airspace restrictions around Reagan National Airport.
If this were allowed to go through, it would certainly undo a lot of the good work that's been done by the NTSB and the DOT and even the U.S. Army in terms of accepting some of the recommendations that were proposed in the wake of our collision. So we certainly want to fight hard against allowing this to take a step backward and loosen some of the restrictions that were put in place.
Doug Lane's son Spencer, a star figure skater at the Skating Club of Boston, and his wife Christine were among the 67 victims in that collision last year. The bill passed by the House of Representatives yesterday. It relaxes airspace restrictions put in place after the D.C. midair collision. The Senate still needs to take up the bill and could make changes.
Well, 2 months after a Roxbury shooting left a young woman paralyzed, she is pushing through rehab and holding on to hope. At 23 years old, Aaliyah Fernandez is learning to draw again. She was walking down Dudley Street in Roxbury with her boyfriend when a stray bullet changed her life forever. 2 months later, she can't move from the chest down, but she is making progress at Spalding Rehabilitation in Charlestown.
I wasn't able to do this at all. It was stuck to this type of position. The second chance that I got is very rare.
Finding housing for when she leaves is a major stress for her. A year before the shooting, she was homeless. She says she's been working with the city to try to find something, but hasn't been able to yet. The goal is to get her home by the end of the year.
Well, after almost a decade of waiting, cannabis cafes here in Massachusetts, they could now become a reality. The Cannabis Control Commission voted unanimously to pass long-awaited rules for social cannabis consumption. The commission's framework rolls out in 3 new license types: supplemental for dispensaries to add on-site consumption, hospitality to partner with non-cannabis businesses, and event organizers to host consumption events like festivals. One dispensary in Boston calling it a huge step forward for the industry.
It creates additional revenue streams for, cannabis operators in this industry. So as many ways that you can invite new people into cannabis and, involve new consumers into cannabis, it just creates new opportunities for folks.
So let's talk about what happens next. Cities and towns will still have to opt in for this. The commission plans to send the approved regulations to the Secretary of State by the end of next week, and the rules would become official on January 2nd.
All right, we have so much to celebrate today. 4 local seniors celebrated turning 100 years old. The seniors are all residents at an assisted living facility in Chelsea. The residents celebrated a milestone birthday, including Charlie Cantor, Stella Garcia, Carmela Tracy, and Ida DiMichele. Massachusetts State Rep Judith Garcia and City Manager Fidel Maltz was also in attendance, and they handed out those special birthday citations.
It's very rare. We actually have this many people turning 100 or celebrating a birthday in their hundreds. So we had to capture this moment because it is rare to have so many of them living in one space at one time.
I help with the exercise program. I help out with the games that we play here. People ask me how I lived so long. I tell them good luck and good genes.
Everyone celebrated with delicious food, birthday cake, and dancing. Happy birthday to them.
Happy birthday indeed. All right, still ahead at 6, the end of an era for a historic arena in Boston.
Yeah, after standing strong more than 100 years, it is about to close for good. We're talking about the legendary Matthews Arena, the original home of the Boston Bruins and Celtics. Up next, we're going to hear from a man who's been skating there for more than 50 years.
Plus, it is one of the biggest rivalries in professional football. The Patriots and the Bills, both teams face off this weekend in Foxborough, and a lot is on the line. Why New England needs to win this one That's coming up later in sports. And here's Tom Yamas with a preview of tonight's Nightly News.
Tonight, the head coach of one of the most storied college football teams under arrest, the developing case. Plus, the surrogacy agency suddenly shut down. The family's hoping to have children, now left in limbo. Our investigation tonight on Nightly News.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
Manny?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
The majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Busy Dog Basement Technologies and Rescon Basement Solutions are now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
So you only check it twice?
Well, yes.
Nissan tests every model thousands of times.
We even test them for severe Arctic weather.
No wonder Nissan is J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality. Hold on to that hat, Santa.
Add a Nissan to your list at the Nissan year-end event. Now get a low $239 per month lease on kicks or get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers.
We're back now with news that Boston is losing a major landmark.
Matthews Arena is 115 years old, and this weekend the building will host its last game. Northeastern plans to replace the old barn with a new modern facility. Our John Maroney has this story.
Every time you step on this ice, walk in this building, it's a privilege. Like there's so much history behind it.
The men's hockey team at Northeastern getting in one last practice before Matthews Arena is taken down.
There's some nostalgia, there's some sadness, but at the same time, we can't get in the way of progress. And so you look to what the future will bring.
Originally Boston Arena, the building opened in 1910. Quickly becoming the spot for high school and college hockey.
I've been in and out of that building for 60 years or so, and that's what made it special on Monday.
Joe Bertagna and other college legends took part in a final skate Monday. The former Hockey East commissioner from Arlington recalled playing at the arena against Czechoslovakia while skating for Harvard.
I also lost my last high school game in double overtime to Melrose High, one of our rivals.
The Celtics and the Bruins started playing in the building, which attracted countless politicians and entertainers as well. NU has owned the arena since 1980 and looks seriously at whether it should be renovated or replaced.
It just came back that it probably made more sense for the university to take a longer approach at building a new facility.
A state-of-the-art venue is now set to replace the old one. It won't open until 2028. Forcing NU's teams to play all their games on the road until then.
Yeah, it's a little bit of difficulty, but I also think that's something that we can rally around, a little bit of an underdog mentality.
The last game will take place Saturday night when the men's hockey team takes on rival BU. Northeastern says demolition will begin sometime this winter. In Boston, John Maroney, NBC 10 Boston.
John, thank you. Let's get a check outside with your first alert weather with Dominus Brown.
Yeah, Dominus is in for Pete tonight. We were just talking a few moments ago about the big game that the Pats have on Sunday. Dominus,
right.
It sounds
snow
like
in the forecast.
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, snow in the forecast.
There's a chance. Yeah, we're starting to see some of the models saying some snow into Sunday, and that's what we're tracking in our first alert weather headlines. But first, windy, cold weather, windy conditions for tonight through part of the day tomorrow. Chance of snow for some of us on Sunday. Then we're warming up next week with temperatures in the 40s. Talk about some of these winds here. They've been blowing us around today, creating feels like temperatures in the single digits and teens. How about 49 miles an hour with the peak wind gust in Medford today at Logan at 48 miles an hour. And we still have gusty winds, about 43 miles an hour in P-Town, 40 in Fitchburg, 41 miles an hour in Worcester, 32 right there at Logan here in Boston. How about the wind alerts? A wind advisory continues through tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, winds gusting up to 50 miles an hour, and those winds will start to subside later in the day. That's toward noon, about 30 miles an hour in Boston, and you'll notice they're going to start going down into our Saturday morning, but they're going to pick back up as we go into our Sunday, and that's all ahead of some interesting weather for our Sunday. Feels like temperatures right now in the teens and 20s, like 18 in Needham, about 27 in Reading, 26 in Chelsea. It feels like it's around 19 in Scituate, 15 in Salisbury, 16 in Lowell, 29 in Marlboro. It feels like it's about 5 in Worcester, 15 in Boston, about 14 in P-Town, and 19 in Plymouth. It's cold. Feels like temperatures in the morning. How about this? Overnight into tomorrow morning, towards 6 o'clock at 9 degrees. Many areas even below that, Metro West. It feels like temperatures in the afternoon, about 23. Plenty of sun. Don't let the sun fool you. And over the next several days, below average temperatures, the average high at 44. We're going to be in the mid and upper 40s by Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll be tracking rain at that point. But it's cold right now. We've got another cold blast of weather on the way. As you look at it on a wider scale here, it's coming in from the northwest as some moisture starts coming in from our south, which could potentially give some of us a chance of seeing some snow into the weekend. We'll talk about it. Increasing clouds Saturday. Here comes Sunday, snow in spots. And we have snow in spots because the forecast model is a little all over the place right now. All right, tracking an area of low pressure. If it takes a northern track here, there's a potential that we could have more snow potential for Boston. If it takes more of a southern track, well, that means more snow south of Boston, and Boston might not see much at all, maybe a couple flakes around. Here's the European model. It takes more of a northern track. So this is Friday. This is tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine in the forecast. Again, don't let it fool you. It will be cold out there. Increasing clouds into Saturday. There goes the clock at the top of the screen. And here comes Sunday morning. Maybe starting off as a wintry mix early on toward the coast. But then here comes some snow toward the area toward 9 o'clock in the morning. That's going to take us into the afternoon. If this holds up, then we would have some accumulating snow in parts of the area. There's a chance. All right. So as you'll look at it, most likely, as we're looking at some of the other models as well, there's a chance we could see maybe less than an inch toward Boston. That will be mainly along the Pike and south. And then you'll notice toward about 1 to 3 inches farther south toward Bristol County, parts of South Shore. I think the Cape of the Islands will have more of a mix there. But if this holds up, some of us might see some snow, but best snow potentials will be farther south and maybe even toward Foxborough. We've got the forecast here with a chance of seeing some snow for parts of the game. Temperatures by 3 o'clock at 30 degrees. It's going to be cold whether we see snow or not for the game. And you'll see on the 10-day forecast, it's going to be cold for a while. 17 degrees Monday morning, but how about 48 degrees for highs next Thursday?
You're going to feel a little bit better.
Oh,
48 degrees.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you. Well, we are officially 6 months out from the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Yes, and today was the third chance to score tickets online. However, it was the first chance to buy tickets to the games where we know which countries will play in. Locally, Gillette is set to host matches for France, England, Haiti, Morocco, Norway, and Ghana next June. And with the high demand, some fans are still having trouble finding available tickets, but that is not stopping the most dedicated ones.
I mean, having Ghana play the Men's World Cup in Boston, having my dad, I think that's like really fantastic.
And I keep telling people, all my friends, people close to me, keep trying, because if I don't get it, hopefully you will. And if you don't, then somebody else.
So if you are going to keep trying, there will be another chance to secure your tickets. You can register for a chance to purchase tickets. That's on FIFA.com. By January 13th. So
I've heard it's really difficult to get tickets. Oscar's still trying.
This is a global event happening right here.
I know. Stick around. Sports is coming up next. The Patriots are preparing for a crucial game in Foxborough.
New England is taking on the Buffalo Bills, and the Pats need to dig deep for this one. Coming up next, Trini Casey from NBC Sports Boston joins us with a preview of the game.
Tonight, the head coach of one of the most storied college football teams under arrest, the developing case. Plus, the surrogacy agency suddenly shut down. The family's hoping to have children, now left in limbo. Our investigation tonight on Nightly News.
Drive performance all the way home this season of Audi. Lease a new 2025 Audi A5 Premium for $499 a month during the season of Audi.
Jetta Energy bars are plant-based bars that are made with just really great, healthy ingredients. I met M&T Bank through the startup community. That relationship has proved to be really invaluable. Our communication is very open. I know that they're always there if I have a problem. So the accessibility of the people that work there is really amazing. Anytime I have a question, I know I could reach out to M&T Bank and they'll have answers for me.
At National Grid, we offer energy efficiency programs and rebates for your home to help you use less and save more. Because when it comes to utilities, affordability is just as important as reliability. We're here for your home.
This holiday season, give the gift of the sound of music live on stage. Rediscover the magic. Rejoice in the music.
Coming to Boston, January 6th through 18th. Tickets at LexusBroadwayInBoston.com.
The highest art is beautiful, breathtaking, timeless, and moving. Experience art with 5,000 years of history, inspired by the divine.
Shen Yun at Providence, Boston, and Worcester, starting February 14th. shenyun.com.
Drive performance all the way home this season of Audi. Lease a new 2025 Audi A5 Premium for $499 a month during the season of Audi.
Cohasset mother Anna Walsh is missing, and her husband is accused of her murder. NBC 10 Boston is taking you inside the courtroom every day until a verdict is reached. Commonwealth Confidential, the Brian Walsh murder trial, streaming live on the NBC 10 Boston News Channel.
NBC Sports Boston presents the Chevrolet Sports Update, driven by your New England Chevy dealers.
I'm Trina Casey from NBC Sports Boston. The Patriots were without Harold Landry and Terrell Jennings at practice today as they continue to deal with injuries. And Robert Spillane was also limited with a foot issue. The Pats, of course, getting ready to host the Buffalo Bills on Sunday. Now, with a win, New England clinches the AFC East title, but they're going to need to try and contain Bills quarterback Josh Allen. Interim defensive coordinator Zach Core was asked about how much the team needs to worry about Allen.
You're definitely worried about him. So, I mean, you know, I'm same each week. I think we all are. I don't think just because it's the reigning MVP, we got to get too high for it. We just understand the challenge, and it's a challenge. And obviously, you know, that is fun, but we can't, like I said earlier, you can't get outside the routine and the preparation that you normally do for it.
Yeah, it is a huge challenge because Josh Allen has been in this position before where he's had to will his team to a win. The Patriots, in all reality, haven't had to face a quarterback of his caliber since they faced Josh Allen back in Week 5, but there are huge implications in this game. The Patriots have an opportunity on Sunday to show the entire NFL that they aren't just a team who took advantage of an easy schedule. They are a legitimately good team that has a chance to make a push in the postseason. The question is, can Drake May and company outduel Josh Allen? They've done it once before. All right, the Celtics are in Milwaukee tonight to face the Bucks. The C's have won 5 games in a row, but they haven't played since they beat the Raptors on Sunday. Peyton Pritchard explained how they avoided getting rusty.
When you get into practice, you know, staying sharp, staying with your work, your routines, and then when you get to the game, it's like the same. So, you know, our momentum shouldn't lack in that area. Just have the same approach every day.
Finally, the Bruins are in action tonight when they face the Jets in Winnipeg. All right, that's going to look at sports. We'll have more news for you after the break.
This Chevrolet Sports Update is driven by your New England Chevy dealers. New vehicles are arriving daily. Hurry into your New England Chevy dealer to secure yours today.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend. And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Current qualified lessees can get this 2026 Equinox for around $299 a month. Or get 0% financing on all 2026 Equinox models when you finance with GM Financial.
Every time we do a story, we have to ask the question, does it matter to you?
I actually think Newsworthy of You it's a deep concept. A message straight to our viewers that says we're not going to waste your time, so we take care on how we deliver the news to you.
We really do want to deliver the best product to you, the viewer.
When you wake up, people grab their phone and then they turn on the news, and we want to be a part of that.
To me, it's always about trust. We always want to be the people that you turn the channel to and say, I trust these guys.
Found cranberry sauce.
Nice. Apparently, mayo makes the turkey juicier.
Oh, nice.
Let's pretend we baked these. Nice.
Nice.
So nice.
Okay, 4 pounds of butter, 3 dozen eggs, 2 things of fried onions, and
a partridge in a pear tree.
Nicely done.
The holidays are a time for giving, and we've got a gift for you from Bernie and Phil's. With your qualifying purchase, receive up to a $2,000 MasterCard reward to spend on yourself or someone you love. 0% financing is also available to help with your purchase. We have many in-stock items available for next-day delivery, or custom order from hundreds of options available in as little as 30 days. Treat yourself or someone you love to new furniture this holiday season. Plus, receive up to a $2,000 MasterCard reward from Bernie and Phil's.
That's nice.
You brought in a rodent. I'm Monica Ulrich, Department of Health. Have I told you how happy we are that you're here? To a suspicious degree. This trash has been chewed by something.
Oh, that's me. I'm trying to quit. I'm down to 2 napkins a day.
Happy's Place, Friday on NBC and Peacock.
This is my favorite week of the year, homecoming. We're gonna wipe this school off the map for the next 30 minutes. Do not get hurt or caught.
Stumble, Friday on NBC and Peacock.
And welcome back. Before we go, Glenn Jones is here with a look at what's coming up tonight on the news at 7.
A development that caught some people off guard in Norfolk Superior Court. Brian Walsh choosing not to testify, and the defense rests without calling any witnesses, didn't call anybody. We discuss that with our legal panel and discuss how that impacts closing arguments tomorrow and jury deliberations. That's tonight on Commonwealth Confidential.
We're all curious, right? We all have questions after seeing that this morning.
Yeah, and I think we have to also resign to the fact there are going to be open questions in this case that we'll never know the answers to.
All right, Glenn, we'll see you coming up at 7 o'clock. In the meantime, we have NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas, and that starts right now.